In the bustling village of Tuvai, nestled between sprawling green hills and a fragrant sea breeze, everyone was always in a rush. From the crowing roosters to the vendors at the market, life moved at a whirlwind pace. Yet, amidst the flurry of activity, young Lila felt out of step. At just 8 years old, she often watched the adults breeze past her with furrowed brows and hurried manners, always too busy to stop even for a moment. One sunny morning, as Lila wandered through the cobblestoned alleys, she chanced upon Mrs. Greta's quaint little cottage. Mrs. Greta, with her silver hair tied into a bun like fluffy clouds at sunset, was known for her elaborate tapestries. These were works of art that could only be understood in their fullness when viewed up close, and their beauty was unmatched. Peeking through an open window, Lila saw Mrs. Greta sitting at her side porch, squinting at the labyrinth of colors in her latest creation. Lila gingerly approached and asked if she could help. Mrs. Greta smiled warmly and handed her a needle. Mrs. Greta explained that she'd need someone patient to help untangle the colored threads. At first, Lila fumbled. The threads were knotted and messy, much like the frenzied life in Tuvai. At that moment, Mrs. Greta began telling stories of the patterns she stitched. Each thread carried a tale of yore. As minutes turned into an afternoon, Lila found herself slowing down, absorbed in the rhythmic storytelling and meticulous work. With each knot carefully untangled, she discovered how patience turned a chaotic mess into something meaningful. Days passed, and Lila continued helping Mrs. Greta. She realized that patience wasn't a hurried blur, but a gentle stream that revealed clarity and purpose. Encouraged, Lila applied her newfound patience elsewhere. She helped old Mr. Bauer carry eggs from the farm, waiting patiently as he recounted tales from his youth, each pause in his speech a lesson in attentiveness. As her understanding deepened, Lila eagerly awaited the village's annual festival. The children gathered, impatient for the fireworks display, but Lila, now practiced in patience, savored the anticipation. She noticed the vibrant colors of the festival, the laughter of children, the joyful melodies, all within the waiting. Finally, when the fireworks burst into the sky, their majesty mirrored the woven tapestries that had first taught Lila about patience, each firework a thread and the sky a tapestry. In embracing patience, she had woven her own vibrant life in the bustling village. She had learned that patience was not merely about waiting, but understanding, connecting, and cherishing life's quiet moments. With this wisdom, Lila carried forward a thoughtful heart in Tuvi's ever-hurried world.